Hey friends, welcome in. Welcome to our Cachet training. I'm so excited to talk Cachet with you guys. When you guys pop in, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Crystal. I am an Empire Diamond seller, jet setter. I've been a paparazzi for 8 years. Blah, 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 blah. I love the company. I love our jewelry. I love you guys. And I love serving and giving back to you guys and helping. So, welcome in. If you guys don't know who I am, I live in Tennessee. That's where I was getting at. I live in Tennessee. I have 2 boys, a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old. And like I said, I've been with Paparazzi for 8 years. So, hey Stephanie. Hey Sherry. Hello. Hey Yvonne. Sorry for my tardiness. I put in my calendar 6:30 instead of 6. So I was running around like a crazy person when I realized it was supposed to be 6. Hello. Hi, Lori. Is it Lori? Hi, Lori. Hey, Tabitha. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Martina. Hey, Andrea. All right, friends. Share with your teams. Tag your friends. All things. Hello, Yvonne. Hey, Mary. Okay. So, hey, Angie. What's up, girl? So, we are going to be talking all Cachet today. If you want to sell some more Cachet, give me some fire emojis, some hearts in the comment section. If you don't want to sell more Cachet, it's okay. I would love to hear any reservations you guys have about selling Cachet. Sometimes I'm unaware of why people feel reserved with selling it. So hearing your guys' feedback, don't feel guilty or bad or anything like that. But my job here today is to help you sell more Cachet and help you get over any hurdles in your mindset around Cachet, okay? Hello. Hey, Chelsea girl. Hey, Colleen. Hey, Rachel. Welcome in from Idaho. Hey, Holly girl. Hey, Susan. Okay. So if anybody is brave and has any like mindset things around Cachet, drop them in the comments. Anything that you're struggling with, drop them in the comments. Hello, welcome in. And everybody's still hopping in. By the way, I'm wearing all Cachet for our Cachet training. Oh, hey, Bridget, what's up? Love Cachet. I am a Cachet connoisseur. Like, literally, Cachet is my favorite thing to ever happen to Paparazzi in 8 years. It is so my vibe, so my style. I'm obsessed. Obsessed. Okay, let's just get to it. Welcome in, guys. All right, with Cachet, I'm going to give you guys some selling tips. I'm going to give you guys some encouragement. Okay. So with the Cachet line, I need you to get in your head, because I know there's going to be some people who watch this video who feel this way. You need to get it out of your head that Cachet is more expensive Paparazzi. I heard somebody say that the other day, and I said, what? No, ma'am. Cachet is a whole other brand, a whole other line, a whole other vibe of its own, okay? So do not think of, oh, this is just a more expensive Paparazzi product. Get that out of your head. Cachet and Paparazzi are 2 totally separate things, and they need to be treated as such, okay? So with Cachet, Cachet is 18 karat gold and rhodium plated accessories over stainless steel. It is water resistant, hypoallergenic, super shiny and gorgeous, water resistant, hypoallergenic, tarnish resistant, super shiny and gorgeous. Okay? That's how you introduce it right there. So you are going to make a big deal about this. So if you have not been talking about it and showing it on your live, how do you expect your customers who love you, who come to watch you, who trust in you to love something that you don't seem like you love? Okay? How do you expect your customers to be excited about something that you're not excited about? Okay? So, if you're not a consumer of Cachet, you're most likely not going to have consumers of Cachet, right? So you have to start buying some of the product line. I'm not saying that you have to buy every single piece that comes out. That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is every single consultant should own some Cachet, okay? Cachet is not paparazzi, meaning if I have this exact ring and somebody wants this exact ring, you are still most likely going to get Cachet sales. Even if you show this ring and say, hey, this ring's not available, but like, do you see the shine of that? Do you see how white and shiny and gorgeous that is? That is our Cachet product. Our Cachet customer is buying for the value more than they are buying for the style. It is the opposite thinking of our $8 jewelry line. Our $8 jewelry line, if somebody wants a purple butterfly necklace, they most likely want that purple butterfly necklace, right? With Cachet, it is a different mindset, okay? It's the value behind it. It's that it's water resistant. It's that it's tarnish resistant. It's that it's shiny and gorgeous and feels luxe and luxurious and elevated. It's the whole vibe of it, okay? So don't think that you can't buy a couple pieces for yourself. Show those as examples. And even if they do sell out, you have to stop wearing them or you have to stop showing them. You're going to stop that thinking. Back in the day, I would teach my team with Paparazzi, don't wear things on your live that you can't sell, right? And the meaning of that is, if I'm wearing a big old heart statement necklace and somebody comes into my live, they don't want anything else. They want that big heart statement necklace that I'm wearing. If I'm wearing a simplistic ring stack like this, and somebody comes in my live, I can say, oh, this one's actually sold out. Our Cachet line is super popular, but there's other rings back there that are gorgeous and you should check them out. They are hypoallergenic, water resistant, tarnish resistant, super shiny and gorgeous. And you sell them on the value of it instead of selling them on the style of it. Does that make sense? So that is the difference between Cachet and Paparazzi. You have to talk about it in your lives. You have to show it and you have to start educating your customers on it. The reason why I've had so much success with Cachet is I started educating my customers day one. I was excited about the product day one. I talk about it every single live in one way or another. Sometimes I purposefully talk about it kind of low key. Like I'll purposely pop on a new Cachet ring and then all of a sudden I'm showing this claw clip and my finger's all up in the camera. And then guess what? They're like, oh, Crystal, what's that ring on your finger? Right? So sometimes I subtly show the product. Sometimes I make a big deal and I do an unboxing. So I get this new Cachet item and I say, ooh, guys, look what I got. I got a new Cachet item in. And then I open it up live and I show it to them. And I show them like a live unboxing. Sometimes I do what's called like a Cachet moment on my live. I'll be like, okay, guys, we're showing the $8 jewelry. I showed all of my jewelry I'm wearing tonight. We're going to have a Cachet moment now. If you don't know what Cachet is, and you're going to then explain it and explain the value of it. If you don't know what Cachet is, it is our brand new line from Paparazzi Accessories. It is 18 karat gold and rhodium plated jewelry over stainless steel. And I'm saying this multiple times because that's how I do it on my lives. And I want you guys to get practice at saying these things, because the more practice you can get at saying this, the more confident you are going to appear, okay? It is 18 karat gold, rhodium plated, over stainless, hypoallergenic, water resistant, tarnish resistant, super shiny and gorgeous. Super quick. Like, give your little spiel, show it, keep it moving. And then if people have questions, you can always ask them, answer them. For me, I really push selling Cachet through your back office. Meaning, I don't really carry a ton of Cachet on hand. Now, sometimes will I buy a couple extra here and there, and then if it sells out in the back office, I'll say like, hey, if you guys did miss it, I do have 2 of this hoop, and I'll sell that live. Yes, I do. But 99.9% of my Cachet sales has came from the back office. And quite literally, I don't want to like I'm not a bragger or a boaster or anything like that, but I also want you to know the power of selling this jewelry through the back office, and that it is possible. We have sold hundreds just last month of Cachet items directly from my back office. Not on hand, directly from people going to the corporate site and ordering Cachet. Obviously, we've built up to that, but people will do it. A lot of the feedback I get is they want me to grab it for them. They won't do it. They will. They will. I promise you they will. It takes the education. You have to train your customers. It is a different way of thinking, okay? And I almost feel like it builds to the experience when they have to go here to get the Cachet, because it's like you have to go there to buy the luxury line. You can't just get it here. Like, you have to go there. And by doing that, you have no risk on your end, all reward. No risk, all reward. So I'm not really reading comments, y'all. I'm kind of scrolled up because I'm a squirrel brain and I will be all over the place. So I will scroll back down. No risk, all reward. You get paid the exact same amount and you don't have to ship the product. If anything, you actually get paid more if they buy it from your back office. Now, what I mean by that is we make 35% no matter what. 35% if you buy it and resell it. 35% profit if they buy it from the back office. But what you're not thinking about is you have the additional shipping fee, the additional shipping it takes to ship the Cachet. Maybe you need to buy different shipping supplies, a box to ship it in. You have to also think about processing fees. Like, you're not paying any processing fees. So we have to pay processing fees when people do transactions through us, through Premier, right? You have to pay those processing fees. You can't get away from it. When Paparazzi does it, they handle all that. They're processing the payment. You're not processing the payment. So you just make the straight 35%. And then on top of it, you don't have the labor. You're not physically having to ship that product, physically having to invoice that product. And time is money, baby. So if we can save time, time is money. That gives you more time to sell your $8 jewelry, right? When I went into Cachet, I wanted to make it very known that my goal was to build an additional income stream in addition to my $8 sales. If I go live with Cachet, I'm not selling the $8 jewelry, right? But I can go live with the $8 jewelry, push people to buy Cachet from the corporate site, and now I'm building another income stream, okay? Cachet commissions, baby. Ring the bell for that. Okay, so they won't do it because they don't know how to do it. They won't do it because they're used to your system. They will break. They will break. And if we can all get on the same page with this, they'll break, okay? They go on Amazon and buy stuff. They go to Walmart and buy stuff. They go on Walmart.com and buy stuff. Wow, they're just so trained to getting it from you and you providing that like service for them that some of them might be a little bit stubborn with it, right? But I promise you, if you just keep solid with it, they will break. Now, have I had some customers, poor sweet customers, who it's been months. They've tried, they've had issues, all the things. And finally, I'm like, Betty, whoever, Betty Sue, I'll message me and I'll take care of you. And they message me and I say, okay, I will custom order this piece for you. I will special order this piece from you since you're having issues. But I'm going to order it right now, and then I'm going to send you an invoice right now. Like, I need paid for my Cachet piece. It's not going in your bin. No. I'm going to order it. I'm going to send you an invoice. You're going to pay for it. When it arrives, I'm going to ship it out to you. 100%. But do I present that as an option to my customers? I do not. If somebody's having issues, then I'll say, hey, just message me, and I want you to get your stuff, right? But if you are relentless about it and say, like, that is where you want to order it from, that's where you'll get to the warranty, and you just really educate your customers on it, that is how you're going to build an additional income stream. Guys, I have customers, not one, not two, not three, who order almost every single Cachet drop without me being live, without me even posting about it sometimes, y'all. They are so well trained now that if they see Cachet post it, they follow the Cachet social media. And if they see Cachet post it, they are checking out at new release time with us and buying Cachet. How freaking fun is that? That is what I'm talking about. That is building an additional income stream. Did that happen from day one? No. I had to just spend months of being excited, of it educating, of showing them, okay? And sometimes some of them even go in and buy the $8 jewelry with the Cachet and check out altogether. And I'll get dings, emails, so-and-so placed an order, so-and-so placed an order, so-and-so placed an order. But that's not going to happen by you just posting Cachet once a week on your page. I'm going to be real honest. It's not going to happen. In the dream. In the dream, baby girl. How it's going to happen is you start talking about it every single live. I'm not saying you guys sit there on live for an hour. Spend 5-10 minutes talking about Cachet a couple times a live show or once a live show, okay? Post about Cachet every single time Cachet drops. You're building this funnel, right? You're talking about it. You're posting about it. Like, people are starting to get it and be excited about it. Use that as fuel, okay? One of my customers buys Cachet. If I see them buy Cachet today during new releases and I go live tonight, guess what I'm doing? Oh, hey, Vicky. Vicky, shout out to Vicky. Thank you so much for your Cachet order today. I appreciate you so much. Before you know it, without me even explaining, somebody else in the comments saying, what is Cachet? Oh, girl, you don't know what it is? Oh my God, it's so good. It's so cute. It's 18 karat gold, rhodium plated, and then give your little spiel, okay? Give your little spiel about what it is. Maybe show a piece or two, and yeah, you should definitely check it out. Drop your link in the comments, okay? If you follow this roadmap over time, you will build Cachet customers. Every single customer you have is not going to be a Cachet customer, and that's okay. That's okay. But you do have customers. You will have customers who will become to be Cachet customers, okay? And you will have people who are just watching you and will go buy Cachet. I've had several people who are not my current customer, who do not shop Paparazzi with me, who do not even comment on my live shows. Do they watch me? I don't know. But they don't comment on my live. I don't know them, okay? And have went in and bought Cachet when I started talking about it. There is a whole nother market out there that will snub at your $8 jewelry, that will not like they don't like this. They don't like this, I have to wait and get an invoice. Does this model work? It does. But is there consumers in the market who don't want this model? Me. I don't want to stay on a live show for 3 hours. I don't want to, have a bid and wait a week for my invoice. I don't want to do that. If I like something, I just want to click a button and buy it in 2 seconds. That's what I want to do, okay? I ain't got time to shop like that. So there is consumers that we were missing before in the jewelry space that either just not a fashion jewelry girly, or they just don't really like this avenue of sales. So if you can start building the customer base for this, the only way you will build it is if you talk about it, if you're excited about it, if you are a consumer of it. You have to be a product of the product. If you are never wearing the rings, if you're never wearing the hoops, if you've never bought a piece of Cachet, you are missing the mark. You have to buy some for yourself, okay? Go spoil yourself. And then wear it on a live. Wear the rings. The rings are really easy because a lot of them are lower priced. So think about this from a consumer point of view, right? Some of them are lower priced, right? They're $24, they're $30. If you can wear a ring and start with a ring, this one's a great one to start with. Cadence, it's $24. I do not mention the price of any of the Cachet on my live. I tell them to go to the link and go to the Cachet shop and check out the prices there, that they're all priced differently, okay? The only time I will mention the price is if I'm trying to make an entryway product, right? So if I have people on who are interested in Cachet, but they've never bought a piece, that's when I'll mention a piece like this, Cadence. It's $24. And I'm like, oh girl, like if you never tried Cachet and you're just like wanting to check it out, go grab this one. It's $24. Rhodium plated steel, stainless steel, all the things. $24. And then I keep it moving, right? It's not a price-driven product. Okay? Paparazzi, very price-driven. Cachet, value-driven. Okay? And it is different. It is totally a different way of thinking. All right, I'm going to catch up on comments, make sure I'm not missing anything that I can answer. Quick thing. I started saying, and it just like hit me one night. I didn't like think this up or nothing. It just like kind of hit me. I have a lot of customers that would get confused between my Paparazzi Premier site and then like my replicated site, my corporate site, right? So I started saying, oh yeah, like if you want the Cachet, you'll just click the Cachet shop and it will ship from our warehouse in Utah. The reason why I do that is ever since I started doing that, so I really just did it like, I don't know, it just was a way for me to like identify. And then like afterwards, I'm like, that's genius. I need to keep saying that because ever since I started doing that, not one customer has asked if I get credit, if I get the sale, if I make the money. Before, I would get that question almost every single time I talked about it. And it was because they love me, right? And they want to make sure that like they're still supporting me. And before, when I would say the Paparazzi corporate site, it would almost sound like, well, Paparazzi's going to make the money, but you're not going to make the money. And I'm thinking to myself, baby girl, I wouldn't be telling you this unless I was making the money. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. But, so I started saying my Utah warehouse, take ownership of it. That's my warehouse, okay? Guess what? I have access to all that inventory. I can buy it. My customers can buy it. My warehouse, okay? So I'll say, oh, and it'll ship from our warehouse in Utah. It'll ship from my warehouse in Utah. Ever since I started saying that, I do not get questions about if I get credit. And I feel like it almost makes it as I'm giving ownership over it so they feel more connected and feel more comfortable. Then, if I'm live, what I will do is I will say, so say Jacqueline was asking about Cachet, and I told her about it, I explained to her, she said, I'm going to go check it out. And I'm like, awesome. That will ship from our warehouse in Utah directly to your door. If you go do order, come back and let us know so I can shout you out and like celebrate. So then Jacqueline would go place her order. She'd come back to live and say, oh my gosh, I just went and got Cachet, and we would all celebrate and say, oh my God, yay, congratulations. That's so exciting. Like, I hope you love it. Like, you're going to die when you get it in the mail. It's so good. Blah, blah, blah. Keep it moving. What does that do? She's been gone for 10 minutes. Now I have a new customer in here. They see that excitement. They're asking questions about Cachet. Okay. So do that too. That's all I was getting at. All right, let's see where we're at. Hello, hello. I know, I did get these in today. These are those new ones. And I will say, I will tell you my exact strategy because I am an open book. I'm an open girly. I will tell you my strategy. Take what you want from it. Use partial of it. I don't really care because I want us all to win. I want Paparazzi to win. I want Cachet to be the best seller. I want it to be all the things. So I don't care. Use whatever you want. And it's one of those things with Cachet. So if you have yet to get Cachet customers, it's one of those things you got to get the ball rolling. And then once the ball is rolling, you will start to get more and more people. I've been talking about it and preaching it and educating about it since it launched at convention. To this day, I'm still getting customers who watch me every single week who finally are going in and pulling the trigger on their first Cachet piece. Y'all, FOMO and like peer pressure is a real thing, okay? And like, that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, okay? Because everybody's gonna look cute and gorgeous in their Cachet. But FOMO and like peer pressure is like a real thing. So some of these ladies have held out for months, okay? So months now they've heard me talk about Cachet every live. Months now they've heard other ladies coming in the live talking about Cachet. And some of them just now are finally pulling the trigger. So don't think that if you talk about it for a week that you're going to have all these sales, okay? It's the same thing back in the day when I first started. And I never did pre-orders on anything, right? And then I started doing pre-orders, and nobody was shopping my pre-orders. And I'm like, what the heck? Everybody says post your pre-orders, and you get all these claims and stuff, and like, it's not working for me. Like, I could sell it on live, but I can't sell it on pre-claims. First off, we are going to speak light over our business. We are going to speak abundance over our business, and we are not going to say, I can't sell it. It ain't working. None of that, okay? And I was guilty of this. Now I don't do that, okay? So we're going to speak light. We're going to speak abundance over our business, okay? It ain't happened yet, but it's gonna. Not that I can't do it. It just ain't happened yet, okay? So with pre-orders, it was the same deal, y'all. It took months of posting pre-claims every single day. It took months for people to be educated and understand how. I would have to talk about it relentlessly, okay? And I would think, okay, how do I build my pre-orders up? I would start to show things. I'd say, oh, this earring right here. Oh, guys, I know this is so cute and you guys probably want this, but guess what? It's sold out on our pre-orders. So if you did not know, we post daily new release pre-claims every single day, Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time in our VIP group or wherever you post them. You have to educate over and over and over. And you may think, well, I have 5 customers, 10 customers, and they all know all the things. They don't. They don't. I promise you they don't. I have customers who've been with me for 3 years, and sometimes the questions they ask me, I'm like, I thought you watched me all the time. They don't know all the things, okay? They don't know all the things. So you have to be a broken record, you have to educate, and you have to, like, speak out all of that. Educating partial, that is teaching them how to make an account on your Paparazzi Utah warehouse site. So you have to teach them how to make an account. You have to grab it on our device. You got to say, all you got to do is click that icon right there. It will ask you to make an account. Don't overthink the username. You'd be surprised at the hurdles people have. And maybe you won't because maybe you've had these hurdles. But for me, I get surprised sometimes at the hurdles people have. One hurdle I realized is the username. They're like, I don't know. It keeps telling me I can't have that username. And I'm like, because it has to be a unique username. So instead, I take the guesswork out of it. I say, you're going to click on this icon right here. It's going to ask for a username. Don't overthink it, girlfriend. Just use your first name, last name, and your birthday. So for me, I would do Crystal Mitchell 94. It takes the guesswork out of it. It makes the decision like, okay, I'll just put my first name, last name. They're going to listen to you, your first name, last name, and your birthday. And then they're going to be good to go. Sarah said, I feel like it's hard to talk about Cachet because of the higher price, but it's beautiful. You do not want to make decisions for your customers. We do the same thing with our Z collection, friends. We make decisions for our customers. We say people will not want this because it's a higher price. That is false. That is false. Is there going to be some customers who are not interested in Cachet? 100%. Is there going to be customers that are interested in Cachet? 100%. So you have to do your job in talking about it and promoting about it and being excited. Now, again, it's all about your energy and your vibe, y'all. If you are showing Cachet and you're like, okay, guys, I'm going to show this piece, but I just want to let you guys know, this is not $8. This is not. You know, this is priced higher. This one's actually $54. I know it's a little pricey, but it is really good stuff. Do you want to buy that? No. That's why I don't even talk about the price. If you're nervous, talk about the price. Don't talk about the price. You don't have to tell them the price. And they say, how much is it? You say, oh, here's my link. I'm actually not sure. You play stupid. I'm not sure. Here's the link. Go look for yourself. You know? And like say it in like a nice, funny way and just be like, oh yeah, I'm not really sure. But you can check out all the items we have in Cachet right here. Boom. You let the consumer make the decision for themselves. You don't make the decision for your consumer. Okay? Sorry, I'm trying to like read through comments a little bit. Water resistant, yes. And make yourself a little sticky note, y'all, if you gotta like remember it. And before you know it, it will become normal. But make yourself a little sticky note. Water resistant, tarnish resistant, hypoallergenic. These are fun words. Like people hear these words and they're like, oh yes, sign me up. And then I usually just say super shiny and gorgeous. And then when I was first talking about it, I did talk a lot about it too. Like it comes in upgraded packaging, especially when I do unboxings. I will talk about the packaging. Typically I don't, but if I do an unboxing, I will. I say it's upgraded packaging, like, and I show all the things, okay? Oh, love that, Deshaun. Sorry, scrolling through. You think we have to make pages only for Cachet? No, ma'am. Not at all. I don't think so. Now, could you make a Cachet chat? 100%. If you want to make a little Cachet community and start adding your Cachet customers in there, 100%. Or I've heard of people making like a separate group and then people can request to join. But for me, I like things to be public. So I have Cachet buyers, and you know what I encourage them to do? Post their pictures in my VIP group. Because for me, my VIP group is more of a community page. I do all my selling on my business page. But to build community, I use my VIP group, right? So my VIP group gets a request to join, and then they can post their pictures in there. So I encourage them to do that. How do I encourage them to do that? If I see they bought something, I'll even send them a private message and say, oh my gosh, Michelle, I saw that you snagged those hoops from Cachet. Thank you so much for your order. We would love to see a picture in the VIP group when you get it in. So some of them, if they don't feel comfortable doing a selfie, they'll even just take pictures of the product and post it in there. Got my Cachet order. I'm so excited, right? So, and then I'll talk about it on the live too. And I'll say, oh my gosh, Andrea, thank you so much for posting on the VIP group. You looked so cute. People love attention. People love to feel connected and feel like shout them out, right? And make them feel special. If you have another device, you can even show like, oh my gosh, look how cute Leslie looked in her Cachet yesterday. So I like things to be public, so that's why I don't have anything private for Cachet. Everything I post on Cachet is on my public platforms. I talk about Cachet on my regular lives, and I have like that community page where they post their pictures of Cachet. And $8 accessories, of course. Is it okay to say 18 karat gold when it's 18 karat gold plated? I mean, I don't think it's nothing to stress too much about. Like if you're talking and giving your spiel, like I don't think it's nothing to like overthink. They're going to go to the site. They're going to read the details. Now, when you're posting it, you should post 18 karat plated. But if you're live, you just say 18 karat gold, rhodium plated. I just say 18 karat gold and rhodium plated. So I'm saying like 18 karat gold plated and rhodium plated. I'm just saying it all in one spiel. But you don't have to oversell it or overthink it. Give your little spiel, say a few things about it, show it, keep it moving. And then, is there a script on the details of each? You don't need that. You don't need to give details on like each product and over-educate. You don't need to do any of that. What they need to know is that it's stainless, it's rhodium plated, it's 18 karat gold plated, it's hypoallergenic, it's water resistant, super shiny and gorgeous. And I even talk about the shine a lot, because that's what people will love about the Cachet is the shine. So I'm like, girlfriend, I know you might not be able to tell on camera, but I promise you, when you get this in the mail, it's going to blind you. It's so shiny and so cute. Keep it moving. Okay, let me see. How do you promote the jewelry through the back office? Super simple. You can use EXP for photos and you can post those to your page, and then you can drop the direct link for that product. If you have the EXP keyboard, that makes it super easy, because then you can just pick the piece and drop the link in the comment section of the Cachet post. So for me, I do $8 new releases every day. And then if there's a brand new Cachet piece, I'll post a brand new Cachet piece in a separate post. And I say, to order, click the link in the comments. And then I put the link in the comments. I do it separately like that because my customers see products in the $8 album of pre-claims and they're just like sold, 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 right? So for me, I like it in a separate post. That way it can have its own moment to shine, and it's a separate post. You totally can put it in there, however you want to do it, but that's how I do it. I promote, I mean, again, I work this business full time. Me and my husband work this business full time together. I talk about Cachet I post and talk about Cachet every single day, multiple times a day. I share Cachet to my stories on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok. I post about Cachet, whether it is a brand new Cachet piece that's dropping, or I'll even do called a featured Cachet and post about Cachet. But I post and talk about Cachet every single day. There's not a live I do that I don't talk about Cachet, because I'm always wearing Cachet. I always have on at least rings, at least the Cachet rings, always. Okay. So then I'm in the camera. Sometimes I don't even need to bring it up. I'm in the camera. Somebody sees it. We bring it up, right? Or people are in the comment section, like, because I have Cachet customers now, they're bringing it up, and that gives me opportunities to talk. Or I just got a brand new Cachet piece in, so I'm doing an unboxing. That gives me an opportunity to talk. So think of ways you can get opportunities to talk, whether it's an unboxing, whether it's you wearing a product, whether it's new customers coming in. Sometimes I'll even talk about new customers coming in. Now I set goals for my lives. So I try to get a certain amount of Cachet orders through my back office every single live. And I will do giveaways according to the goal. So I say, if we can get 5 orders, we'll do a giveaway. And again, with that, you're allowed to do that. That's compliant as long as everybody can participate. So I set the goal. We get the orders. We're a team. Everybody can participate. Not just the people who ordered can participate. Everybody can participate. People win. There we go. I did not do that in the beginning. That was intentional. I didn't want to do that in the beginning because I wanted to educate on it. I wanted to talk about it. I wanted to do all the things. Then once I started getting Cachet customers, that's when I started doing that. Does that make sense? If you just come on here, you ain't never talked about Cachet, and now all of a sudden you got a goal, and people are like, I don't even know what that is. I feel like that works better once you have educated, trained, talked about it for a while, then you can start doing things like that. Okay, sorry, I won't catch up on comments. Sonny said, I have not sold Cachet. How do we know how much to sell it for? 2 things with that. Number 1 is you don't have to worry about any of that if you are sending them to your Paparazzi corporate site, your replicated site, your Utah warehouse. You don't got to worry about none of that because they check out, they pay for it, you make the money, okay? That is the way I would go about it, selling it, for the most part, 99.9% of the time. Now, is it a terrible idea to maybe have a few things on hand if you do events, if you wanted to grab a couple extra of something that you think is going to be a high demand product, and then when it sells out in the back office, then you have a couple on hand? Not a terrible idea. But me personally, I just feel like there's so much success to be had from doing it in the back office. Guys, I would never do anything that's against compliance, nor would I tell you something that's against compliance. So if I say it, you can trust me. Cachet commissions, baby. Boom. But as far as how much to sell for, if you're using Paparazzi Premier, you wouldn't need to think about that either. So if you did have a product on hand, you scan the barcode, it tells you how much it is. When people say, I thought the Z collection was a luxury line, what do you say? Nobody said that to me at all. But I explained that we have, so when I have new customers come in, I say, hey, welcome in. Everything I'm showing tonight is going to be $8 unless I tell you otherwise. We do have some special collections that are priced differently. If I'm showing those items, I will be very clear about the pricing. And I kind of structure it like that. So Z collection is like your event jewelry. It's like it's elevated costume jewelry. It is still fashion jewelry. In Cachet is actually even a different buyer. It's a different market. It's a different everything. I have customers who shop Cachet who have never bought a Z piece ever before. Okay. Me, myself, I'm not a big Z wearer, but I love Cachet, right? So there's something for everybody. I did that and they ordered the wrong size. Kelly, and that's the big thing about doing it yourself. If they did it through the back off, through Paparazzi would take care of them. Now you're taking that liability and the responsibility to take care of your customer. If something's wrong with that item, if something gets lost in the mail, it's a lot of liability. And if your business is not at a point to where you have the revenue to sustain the liability, I would recommend selling it through the Utah warehouse. Like, let them do the work for you and you make the money. Okay. Let's see. Scrolling down. Yep. So Cachet and Z are 35%, as well as the rhodium charms and charm bracelets. Also, just a stipulation, because I see people say this sometimes, and like, it drives me. I can see the confusion, but it does drive me a little bit insane. So if your friends are saying this, you tell them to stop saying this. Our rhodium charm bracelets and rhodium charms are not Cachet. Not Cachet. The why they are not Cachet, they are not a stainless steel base. Okay? They're rhodium plated. They're Paparazzi. They're a special collection within Paparazzi. Got me? Shelly Ramsey. I love Shelly Ramsey. She said, so you didn't get the discouragement of not getting immediate success make you stop teaching your customers. Exactly. Exactly. It's the same. It's literally the same as everything, y'all. You have to give value and over-educate and talk about it over and over and over before you are going to get results from it. The main reason people don't have success in anything they do is because they quit. You start doing something, you start doing speed sales, and everybody says, oh, do speed sales, do speed sales, do speed sales. You start doing speed sales, and you're like, what the heck? I'm not getting no sales from these speed sales. Guys, you have to keep doing them. My speed sales used to suck. These just suck. These be terrible. Now, I can sell almost the same amount of jewelry I sell on a regular live in a speed sale. Why? Because I educated my customers. I taught them. I continue to do it over and over and over. I spent time driving traffic to my speed sales. Okay? And also, this is not really Cachet related, but just in general, I want you guys to really start being intentional with your business as far as like, just because you post it doesn't mean everybody sees it, y'all. Like, you know that, right? Sometimes we get in the mindset of we posted it. I posted it. That doesn't mean anybody's seen it. I got 20,000 followers on my Facebook page, y'all. And I post stuff all the time. And I'll have like no comments. And I'm like, what is going on? Is it because the piece sucks? No. Is it because nobody's seen it? Yep. Most of the time it's because nobody seen it. Okay? Or very few people seen it. Or not the right people seen it. So what do? I take time to drive traffic to that post. How can you do that? If you have like a messenger chat with your customers, you could send the direct link into your messenger chat so they can go to the post. If you are live, you can say, oh my gosh, guys, did you guys see that cute butterfly earring I posted on the page? It is so good. People are in the comments, no, I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it. Oh, let me get the direct link for you. Copy, paste in the comments. And then all of a sudden we got claims. So don't think every single thing you post is going to be seen by every single customer or every single potential customer. It is not. It is not. And you have to be aware of that and not take that personally. And also understand that you're going to get success when you keep doing things over and over and over. You will get success. So if you talk about Cachet one time, you ain't going to get no Cachet money, no Cachet commissions. You talk about Cachet over and over and over and over, and you talk about it with excitement and joy of the product, you will eventually get some Cachet commissions. Oh, that's awesome, Christina. So Patricia said a lot of my customers can't afford it. Again, you are making, it's a mindset thing, guys. It's a mindset thing. You are making decisions for your customers. You are saying a lot of my customers can't afford it. Is there going to be some customers who are like, Cachet is really not my budget and I would rather spend that money on $8 accessories? 110%. But do not make that decision for your customers. You are guaranteed to not have success in this if you make that decision for your customers. Don't make that decision. You don't know people's finances. You don't know what people are willing to pay and what they're willing not to pay. Don't make that decision for them. Okie dokie. I'm like way up in comments. Sorry. And also, there's a whole other tapped in market that don't even know you, don't even know our product, who would love to buy Cachet, who maybe not want to buy your $8 jewelry. So instead of thinking about, oh, my customers can't afford it, so I'm not going to market it, I'm not going to sell it, which I'm not saying you are, but in general, I'm not going to market it, I'm not going to sell it, I'm not going to focus on it because my customers can't afford it. Instead of doing that, go find new customers who will see the value in it, who will gladly pay the money for it because, again, people who buy this kind of jewelry, they are not stressed about the price point of our Cachet. Our Cachet is actually very well priced. I do not list prices when I post Cachet. I do not talk about prices when I show Cachet live, unless I'm selling it on hand. So if I was selling this piece on hand, then yes, I would say the price. But if I'm not selling it on hand, I'm just showing it. Sorry, y'all. I'm like way up. Thank you, guys. Oh my God, that's how I feel, Misha. And like, you don't think, okay, if you feel like that, don't you think there's customers out there that's going to feel that way? Like, educate them. Tell them that they can go order with consultants at 3 p.m. Eastern time. So when new Cachet drops, I'll post it into my channel, which is like, it's like a messenger group. It's a perk you get when you get 10,000 followers on your business page. If you don't have that yet, you can still have a channel. You're just going to have a messenger group. And you put your customers in messenger group. And then anything you want to share to them, you're going to share into that messenger group. Okay? If they don't want to be in it, they can leave. Whatever. You can ask who wants to be in it. However you want to do it. But then you can put it in there. So when new Cachet is dropping, I post in my channel, this piece is dropping today at 3 p.m. EST. This is the link to go buy it. And I give them the corporate site link to go buy it. Do I, the paparazzi consultant, also get the guarantee? Yes, ma'am, you do. Yes, ma'am. When you promote Cachet specific pieces, do you put your paparazzi replica? No. I put this direct link to the product. So if you have EXP, you can get the direct link to the product. If you have the EXP keyboard, it makes it really easy to get the direct link to the Cachet product. So I dropped the direct link to the Cachet product in the comment section of the post. Exactly. Jessica Linton, I noticed when I shout out customers who bought Cachet, I get more orders. 110%. 110%. And also, in the beginning, I did this a lot. I would personally message every single person who placed a Cachet order online and, like, tell them. Also, I think it builds, like, a connection. If you don't ever acknowledge that sale, they're not getting that same reaction as they are when you shop with them live, when they shop with you live. So when they shop with you live, I don't know about y'all, but I thank my customers. So I'm, like, showing this. Okay, got you, Jessica. Thank you. Like, got you. Thank you. Like, I'm thanking them, right? Thank you guys so much for a great live tonight. Like, I'm thanking them, right? If you just let them go and order and you're not taking the time to, like, thank them or shout them out or do something personal for them, they're probably not going to continue to do it, right? Well, some of them will. Some of them won't. Some of them, they really do feed off of helping you. They really do feed off of blessing your business. They really do want you to be successful, right? So write a handwritten note. So if one of your good customers goes and places a Cachet order and they have a bin with you, handwrite them a note and say, hey, I just want to thank you so much for placing your Cachet order. I hope you love it, and throw it in their order and ship it out to them. And if you guys are popping in late, definitely watch the replay because some of the questions I have answered There's a 6-month manufacturer limited warranty on the products, and you can read about it on in the back office. Okay, also, maybe that's another tip. If you are like nervous about it, if you have not really been promoting it, even if that's not the case, I highly recommend finding one Cachet piece, maybe do a newer piece that was just released, and making it like your piece, like taking ownership of that piece. So for me, this heart ring, I said this is the CBB bestie ring. Like, so I said my community, it's like our bestie ring. Like, we love this ring. It's our bestie ring. Like, I'm obsessed with it. It's so cute. Like, we should all get it and take ownership of that piece. Or like Cadence. I sold a lot of Cadence because I said it's my thumb ring. I kept saying that over and over and over and over. To a point when people would finally go and order it, they would shoot me a message to say, hey, Crystal, I just ordered your thumb ring. They don't even know what it's called, but they're associating it with me. So if you could go back and pick one piece that you love, that you genuinely love, and start showing it, wearing it, taking ownership of it, I can almost guarantee you will start to get sales for that product. And I like to like switch mine up. So I'll focus on one for a while, and then I'll focus on a different one. My strategy for Cachet, I'll just run through it real quick. And again, this is at an Empire Diamond level, okay? Empire Diamond, that's 150,000 pieces per year. Again, been in business for 8 years, okay? I buy every single Cachet piece that drops. Reason being is most of them I keep for myself because I have a problem. But even if I don't keep it for myself, I keep it until it sells out in the back office. So for example, if I wasn't going to keep this piece, I would open it up and I would show it, and I would keep this as my like display. I would put it back into the package, okay? And then I would just keep showing it and keep showing it to show people what it looks like. Because it's nice to have some of the pieces on hand, because then when people go and look at it on the site, I can say, hey, give me the name, and if I have it, I'll show it to you on the live, right? So I like to try to keep one of every piece that's back there. But again, I have the budget to do that, right? And I have the revenue to do that. And then you could start with 3 pieces. Like, you're going to keep 3 pieces at all times that's back there and really focus on those 3 pieces. What was I going to say? So then if this was a piece I wasn't going to keep for myself, I will wait until it sells out in the back office. And then I'll bring it out and say, hey, I was going to keep this for myself. I have one. Does anybody want it? $40 or however much it is, right? And then I would sell like the display now that it's no longer in the back office. That's my Cachet strategy. I don't want to sell this one on the live because I want them to go there. Also, all my Cachet that is on the site available. I need to take some of these out. I try to keep all my Cachet that is available on the site. Some of this, like I said, I need to take out and swap out. And these trays that I got off Amazon. This one's a little messy because I wore some of this the other day. But I have these like velvet lined trays. And this just even feels bougie, right? Like if you say, hey, Crystal, I really like these hoops. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I can show them to you on live. I'm like, boom. And then I'm like, okay, yep, they're right here. And I bring out these velvet lined trays. You're like, ooh, what's the bougie jewelry, right? Like, I don't see Crystal ever bringing out velvet lined trays to show anything. So then I show it so they can actually see it on the live show. So I buy one of every single piece. Once it sells on the back office, if I'm not going to keep it, I will sell it. And I keep it all handy. That way, if you need to see something, I got you, girl. Okay, you want to see it? Oh, this one right here? Yep, got you. And I don't stress about it, like I said, because I have a problem. Most of it I keep. But even if I wasn't going to keep it, there's been some pieces I haven't kept. I'm just going to sell the one I have on hand. Bam. And like, I'm telling you, even those trays, like that just feels like a whole thing, like a whole experience. Like, I got to bring out the nice stuff, you know? Like, also, I do want to say this though, because I was just like joking right then. But I do want to say this. When showing Cachet, be mindful of to not degrade the $8 jewelry. That is not the goal. This is two different, this is like night and day. We are not showing Cachet and then downgrading our $8 jewelry. Our $8 jewelry is amazing. It is valuable. It is the bread and butter of our business. Don't downgrade the $8 jewelry when speaking about the Cachet, okay? Just be mindful of that. Oh, you're so welcome, Ellen. Love that, Rachel. That's a great start to start posting a Cachet piece of the day. Love it. Thank you for answering questions, Andrea. I put the comments. I always share links in the comments, not the post. Exactly. Ellen said, plus if they shop there the first time, they get a free gift. And I mention that every single time. I also mention that if they spend $100 or more, that they will get free shipping on the corporate site. And I tell them you can shop the Cachet side and the $8 side. So you can shop the Paparazzi side and the Cachet side in one checkout. And a lot of them will do that. So say they'll go grab 2 or 3 Cachet pieces. They're close to that $100 mark for free shipping. Girl math, they're going to try to get free shipping. They're going to go to the $8 side and they're going to buy some $8 accessories. Yes, you're allowed to post the pictures to promote Cachet, 100%. I actually have never done a Cachet specific live other than launch day. So when Cachet launched, I did a Cachet live that day. But since then, I've actually only done educating and talking about Cachet on my normal $8 lives. And that's because I go live a lot. And I would have to sacrifice a regular live show in order to do that. And I'm not willing to do that. So I'm trying to make that extra income, y'all. I'm not trying to replace. I'm trying to addition, add, plus. Cachet commissions, extra. Not take away. Exactly, Tina. 100%. Yep. I should know this, but Cachet released Monday through Friday. No, it's random, Natalie. It's random. Sorry, I'm really behind on comments. Exactly, Janine. Exactly. Yep, and Kelly Colvin's on my team. Kelly Colvin has had Cachet sales. Nora Garcia's on my team. She has been selling Cachet. So, y'all, it ain't just me. Okay. I don't keep track of how much they cost. Exactly. Don't need to worry about it, y'all. These are my customer bins. This is Cadence. So will they be restocking Cachet like bot blockers? No, Cachet is not Paparazzi. Cachet could restock. It could not restock. There's going to be some styles that we will see again in the future. There will be some styles that we may never see again in the future. So there's no flat out answer for it. It's up to them. Demand, supply, demand kind of thing. I'm scared to shout out customers because what if they don't want people to know they purchased something? I wouldn't worry about that. You let the customer deal with that. If I say go order Cachet and come back to live and let us celebrate and tell me if you ordered, they know I'm going to do that. Then they're going to come back to the live and tell me, so then I'm going to shout them out. I wouldn't worry about that. Don't worry about, you shouldn't worry about like things that like are not going to most likely happen. Like 99.9% people are going to be thrilled you shouted them out. So why do you worry about the what if scenario when the what if scenario could never happen? I've been doing this for 8 years. I shout people all the time. Nobody has ever came to me and said, don't shout me out when I buy stuff. Now, if I had a customer say, hey, I don't have my headphones tonight, call me by my code name, 100%. And I will call them by their code name, okay? But they take the responsibility in that. I don't take the responsibility in that. Can you show what a piece looks like when you open the box? Sure. Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to catch up. Oh, Andrea says she heard from Crystal. I would have just probably ignored that, but yeah. Misty was watching me one night and heard me say that. And she was like, that is freaking genius. I was like, it just hit me. I don't know. Okie dokie. Let's see. Oh, you're a creeper. That's okay. I forgive you. Yes, the main thing is confidence. Be confident. Okay, boom. All right, we're caught up, friends. Lordy. I was like, I'm so behind. Okay, so it comes in like the velvet little bag. Depending on the piece, some of the necklaces come in like a box like this. And it's velvet lined. So this is in here. And again, so when you're selling $8 accessories, I truly believe in speed. As far as like, you're showing stuff. You need to have a good cadence. If you sit here and show this earring and you ain't get no claims and you still talk about this earring for 5 minutes, move on, Becky. Move on. But I truly believe in speed. When I switch over to talking about Cachet, I slow it down. Why? Cachet is a vibe. It is a moment. It's luxurious. It is. Now, I still have excitement, of course, but I'm not like showing it as fast or opening it as fast or like having that like urgency with it. It's more of like, oh my gosh, like, look at this. So good. Like, it's a different vibe. More showy, less talky, yeah. So these hoops, these are currently available, by the way. I haven't shown these on my live yet tonight. These are like a thin, ooh, they're so cute. Blinding you. So I'll show it, talk about the features of Cachet. I'll bag it back up. I'll tell them where to go purchase it. If anybody goes and orders them, let me know. I would love to shout you out. Bada boom, bada bang. I box her back up. Boom. And also talk about like gift giving too. Like I usually when I do unboxings, that's what I'll say. And it's perfect for gift giving because it's already in a cute little box. Slap a bow on it. You are good to go. And then I'll also talk about, so say a lot of times people will tell me that they have like older customer base and maybe they're not so much into the Cachet. But guess what? Your people know people. Your people know people. Your people have people in their life who they would love to buy for. So if that is the case and you're talking about it and you're not getting the sales, maybe switch gears and start talking about this would be a great gift. If you have a niece, a granddaughter, a daughter, she would love these. I know, and use your own experience or use somebody else's experience. So you can say, I have a 30-year-old daughter and she absolutely loves our Cachet hoops. Or I have some friends and they're in their 20s and they love Cachet. Use somebody else's story or use somebody you know and connect it that way. Because then the consumer is going to start thinking, okay, well, I don't really love this, but my daughter-in-law might love these hoops, right? Okay. I think that's it. Does anybody have any more questions? I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk to you guys about. The main gist is, if you don't talk about it, you don't educate about it, you're not excited about it, you ain't gonna get no Cachet commissions, girl. And if you want those Cachet commissions, you gotta do those things. Also, I will say posting in your stories is a good way to start too, y'all. So posting the Cachet in your Facebook stories, in your Instagram stories, in your TikTok stories. In your Facebook and your Instagram stories, there is an option to add a link. So it will say stickers. You're going to click on the stickers. And then you can add the direct link to the piece. Okay? It'll add the direct link to the piece, and then they can just click the button and it will take them to buy it. You're so welcome. Here to help. If you don't know what the EXP keyboard is, I'm pretty sure in Loop, and maybe Andrea knows, there's a video on the EXP keyboard. But basically it is an extension to EXP. So you have to have the EXP app, and then you're able to go into like your keyboards on your settings on your phone, and you can add the EXP keyboard. So that way it's a quick link. You're so welcome. So welcome. Here to help. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Tay, for taking the time to hang out with me for a little bit. Hopefully this blessed you and helped you in some way. Start talking about it. If you had some wins, post them on the page. We would love to see them. I'm sure Andrea would love to see it. And again, and the win in the beginning, y'all, is that you start talking about it, that you start showing about it. That's your win in the beginning. Start doing that. Do it consistently for 90 days. And I'm almost bet money you will have some success. I also will say with Cachet, that just hit me. Cachet is something that you can send directly to people too. You have an aunt, a daughter, a niece, somebody. Hey, I don't know if you know this, but we do have a new line now. It's 18 karat gold, rhodium plated. I figured you would love it, so I wanted to show it to you and send them your Utah warehouse link, okay? So I feel like Cachet is a perfect opportunity to message people one-on-one as well. You're so welcome. Letty, I'll put it in the chat. I'll put it in our team group for you. All right, y'all. Bye, friends. Have a great day. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I will catch y'all next time at the next paparazzi event or next training or something. Bye, friends.